Hello guys, very welcome back. In this video we'll be learning about compliance. Now, compliance is a form of social influence involving direct request from one person to other. Okay, so it's a kind of request, it's not an order, which is obedience. Alright, now all the techniques of compliance rests on 6 basic principles. The first is liking and friendship, like we comply with requests from the friends and the people we like, and hence improving your liking by improving your appearance, the people will tend to comply more with you. Okay, secondly is commitment and consistency. The thing is, once we have committed ourselves to a position or the action, we are more willing to comply with the request for the behavior that are consistent with that position. Okay. Third is reciprocity, right? Now, we comply with the request to someone who has provided us a favor in the past. Okay. So that's why people keep gifting others. And there are deep interests involved with the gifts. Okay, the fourth is the technique of the principle of scarcity, right? We try to secure opportunity that are scarce and limited. Okay, that's why online companies, they use the technique of scarcity, the principle of scarcity, the deadline technique. Okay, the fifth is social validation. That is, we comply with the request for some action if this action is consistent with what we believe. Okay, people similar to us are doing. Okay, so that's a kind of social validation. And the sixth is authority. All right, we show willingness to comply with the request from someone who is a legitimate authority. Okay, so that's six principle of compliance. Let's see what are the techniques. Now, the first is self-enhancing technique to increase your liking. Improve one's appearance, associating with the positive events, showing that you have come from a very educated background, right? And other enhancing techniques could be like display agreement with the target persons. You can say that already these top persons have already agreed to our requests. For example, that's why many companies, many salesmen, they tell that in fact this IPS officer, this celebrity has accepted us, and why not you? Okay, so that's why they enhance their agreement, they display agreement with the target person. Okay, they enhance their liking. Okay, so the thing is, if you want your compliance in the society, if you want others to comply with your request, improve your appearance is the first method, right? Associate yourself with the positive events. Okay, the second is commitment and consistency, foot in the door technique. This technique says that if a person whom you are requesting is closing the door, put your foot. Okay, don't let him close. And the reason how can you not let him close the door is start with the small requests and slowly and gradually open the door. Slowly and gradually turn to large requests. Okay. So it's a kind of procedure of establishing communication, right? Make him to do some commitment by telling how others have told about you, your eruditeness, etc. Okay. The reason why juvenile crime is increasing is because people are sidelining juveniles. Okay, communication is established by the juveniles. Okay, empathetic listening is also a part of small requests. Okay, when you listen very empathetically, not hearing, listening. Okay, which is also very, very important part of communication, while most people think only speaking is a communication. All right. Third is reciprocity. right? Door in the face, and that's not all technique. This says that friend give gifts and gift make friends. Okay. A very important lesson is that Dr. Kalam said once that accepting gifts by public servants should be stopped, because accepting gifts is the first step to compromise with your integrity. Okay. This technique, because the pressure to reciprocate increases significantly. Okay. And once the requester asks for a very large request, okay, and if he refuses, he turns to a smaller request and tells how, since consistently you have complied with the request, why not this time? And apart from that, there are also additional benefits, right? And smaller extra concessions where reciprocating pressure increases very high. For example, in the coaching, you'll also be given a free internet, you'll also be given free tests, you'll also be given free doubt clearing session, you'll also be given daily current affairs. So your reciprocating pressure to join that coaching increases exponentially. Okay, so that's not all technique. And door in the face is like starting from very large request and going to smaller request when refused. Okay. The fourth technique is play it hard to get. Increase the compliance by telling that this person or object is very, very scarce to obtain. Right? So this comes under the principle of scarcity, and the deadline technique says there is very limited time to take advantage of some offer. And that's what companies like Amazon, Flipkart, car sales company, they do, right? So these are four or five important techniques, six important techniques, excuse me, right? The social validation and authority are not that important. Okay, so let me summarize. Compliance, a form of adhering to a direct request from one person to other. There are six principles, and there are six techniques. First says improve yourself so that other person complies. The other says that show yourself with associating with the positive events. Third says that foot in the door technique says that start with the small request and maintaining consistency. You can and slowly making the person commit to the request, right? The consistency will make the compliance even larger. Reciprocity says that gifts and reciprocation increases with starting with very large requests, then going for smaller, right? Play it hard and deadline technique, right? Well explained. All right, so that's all with compliance. Thank you.